the one benefit that NXT has that the main roster does not have is that it's done enough things well that if a match doesn't go the way you expect, you're already kind of going, okay, then this is probably not the end. Might be the end of this feud, but not the end of the story. And they've done a very good job on long forming the babyface. And they do it well. That means we start off with the Undisputed Era. I probably had that backwards because it looks differently from, like, here would be your, here. Because your U would be over here, from my standpoint, which actually make the U over here, and then make the E over here. There we go. Okay. It's my perspective in the mirror image. Taking on Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven, and Tyler Bate. So, my 4-year-old got to watch the majority of this match. Ironically, she's an Adam Cole fan. She calls him Awesome Sauce for whatever reason. Well, I guess he is. So she watched this match, and she described Tyler Bate as flat out bonkers. And I'll be honest, to a 4-year-old, watching a man who does power moves and an incredible amount of other athleticism would be quite bonkers. This match was sick. They have had 3 fantastic matches. Oh. From callbacks to previous matches where they've done like the double submissions. Watching Tyler Bate just look like a flat out stud in this. Trent Seven being a hot tag. Not what I thought I'd see, but just beautiful. Some of Kyle O'Reilly's offense that just seems so fantastic. And the fact that he doesn't seem like, he's not like he's intense, like he's really going for it, but he has this demeanor that makes you know that like he's hurting you and that he's digging it. Not in the front, in the back of his head, you can tell that he's loving every moment of aggression he's putting into somebody. And that's brilliant. I love the way that he plays the title coming down to the ring. Oh. But still, I think a burning hammer top rope knee is it's a beautiful move. Great back and forth. I will say I do like when the announcers kind of like, this due to this injury, he was a half second away from the end of the count. He couldn't put all of his weight into it, and that's what led to the kick out. Instead of being like one to kick out. No, it's more of the so much damage has been done. This person could not properly apply the pinfall, and there was time for the other person to recover. But man, Undisputed Era retaining. Solid opener. Solid opener. Now the problem, of course, with having 2 matches where it's the exact same theme music is you have to put someone in between this match, which was amazing, and Ricochet Adam Cole. So the match that we get in this spot is Velveteen Dream. Dream. With tights that say "Call Me Up" Vince. Taking on EC3, who ironically has heel music as he is the top 1%. But does a pretty decent tweener. Ironically, his work in TNA was fantastic. His work in NXT has been good. But I think that he got brought in a time where there's so much talent they can't focus enough on all the individual members they've got, who easily could become the centerpiece of that show and of that universe. Good match, nice back and forth. Easily E3's best match that he's had on the roster. At this point, Velveteen Dream. If he does get called up, do not put him in like the Tyler Breeze. We're going to give you a feud. Oh, you didn't get over as fast as we wanted you to. Now you're still on the show, still making money, still living your dream, but you're not hitting where you should be. You're not progressing anywhere near as far as where you should be. It's a new Tyler Breeze when he was part of a tag team. They got a title shot, but that was good. As a singles competitor, I do think that he should have had either a US or an IC title run. There's no reason why he couldn't have had one of those. But now, Velveteen Dream EC3. Solid match. I will say, I like that EC3 was just dominating him in the early portions of the match. To the point that he was like, pfft. That's nothing. And then that twisting neck, the twisting DDT on the outside, which damaged the neck, and then working the neck for a lot of the match. But this is also what helps having Mauro Ranallo in like that Jim Ross sort of position where it's like, oh, this move did this, and it works more on the neck that's previously been damaged. So it allows people who are at home to also go, oh, that's right. You know, it keeps them further engaged in the overall storyline. And then seeing the Dream Valley Driver, love that. I'm going to take the move, not adjust any of the initials. Death Valley Driver, DVD. It's a Dream Valley Driver, DVD. Perfect. Good. On the apron, which is the hardest part of the ring. Followed by the Purple Rainmaker! Right in the middle! Was just, oh, that's perfect. Roll him in the ring, 3 counts. You know, they did a good job with Velveteen Dream. Yes, he hasn't had the best record when it comes to takeovers, but he does win a few. And if he doesn't win, he looks fantastic. They make him look very good in defeat, and he looks even better when he wins. Bring that guy up. I would say put him on SmackDown. Because I do think that there's a lot to do with him on SmackDown. I think there's people on SmackDown I think he would work well with. I think too, with it being the shorter show, they would allow him to do vignettes and then build up to him wrestling. You know, give people a taste of the character, then have him come out and do a fantastic match. Make him a true experience, something you actually behold. I think it'll work well. Then, of course, we get Adam Cole, Bebe, and Ricochet. Ironically, this is the battle of the 2 alarm clocks that I wake up to. During the week, it's Ricochet. During the weekend, it's the Undisputed Era. Man. You're going to find this GIF everywhere. The springboard moonsault super kick. That was just beautiful. I could watch these 2 guys fight. I could watch Ricochet fight almost anywhere. I'm thinking right now that, man, if they could get back Johnny Mundo, put him in a match with this guy and just let him run. Just be like, alright, here's your Falls Count Anywhere match. Alright. Design parts of the arena to do whatever it is that you guys can do with your parkour, American Ninja Warrior, I'm Spider-Man, no, I'm Spider-Man sort of stuff, and just do it. Man, the ceiling on Ricochet, there is no ceiling on Ricochet. And if there is a ceiling, don't worry, he can walk on it upside down easily, like it's nothing. Beautiful match, great back and forth. I love the moments where they do the strong style spot, where it's just big heavy shots back and forth, and then they both collapse. Loved that. The finish, not even going to talk about it. You need to see this finish. Beautiful. And I was like, man, you know what? EC3 and Velveteen Dream has been the worst match on this card, and it was still a pretty good match. Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler, their 3rd match. They're tied 1 apiece. Okay? So we go with this. They, of course, show Ronda Rousey and the other 2 members of the 4 Horsemen. I don't know where they are. I'm sorry. And this was... this was probably Baszler's best match in NXT. I think they found the right person to put her against. And having Kairi Sane had made that slight change in the most recent taping from being, you know, smiling, demure, to adding that little bit of Oh, you think I'm soft? Okay. Watch me cave in Aaliyah's chest with elbow drops. But you know what? I'm not going to pin her with that. Instead, I'm going to bend her in half while pointing at you. I'm coming for your title. And I was like, ooh. Yeah, they gave her just a little bit of an edge. Now, for those of you who want to do a little time back, take what happened here. That's what should have happened when Alexa Bliss took on Bayley with that kendo stick on a pole match. Bayley should have made that little switch where she takes a little bit more edge. Would have a much better match. Great back and forth. These two work incredibly well together. If you go back and see their match from the Mania Classic Finals, which was a decent match, they have both grown leaps and bounds over buildings and running faster than locomotives and punching walls in reality. Working the leg, working the elbow, with Kairi Sane throwing in submissions into it, with a brilliant finish. Going for the insane elbow, with Sheamus getting her feet up, kicking her like straight in the arm. Looked sick. Going for the Karafuni clutch. Nope. Couldn't get it locked, and Kairi Sane backflips into it. 1, 2, 3. So we had two people win championship gold. That they both deserved it, that they were both babyfaces, that the crowd was behind, even though the crowd loves Adam Cole. But the crowd's Ricochet too. Crowd loved it. They both had that emotional I've made it moment. Kairi Sane, though, she's laying there holding the title. And you can just feel it sinking into her, like she did it. She did it. She did it. Trying to put the title up, but she can't because she has the elbow damage and the leg damage, so she's having a problem trying to stand with it. Then she put the title over her head, so you can have it because she can't hold it with both of her hands. Brilliant continuity for storytelling. And I'm like, that means now at Evolution, they can be a rematch. And if they're going to have a rematch, that's going to be awesome. Or, Shayna Baszler, something else going on in Evolution. And maybe we get to see Bianca Belair taking on Kairi Sane at Evolution for the NXT Women's Championship. Or maybe Candice LeRae makes a breakthrough and then up having two solid baby faces feud for the title. Nikki Cross, Kairi Sane works too. I mean, there's so much that's the brilliance with NXT. There's so many things they can do. Oh, that's fantastic. So now we get into the other best of three rubber match. So they don't count the Cruiserweight Classic, which Johnny Gargano won, but he was so injured that's what actually led to them having issues later on, which is that's what they used for the Money in the Bank match. I mean, they did a lot of great stuff. Taking that was Money in the Bank. I wasn't there. It wasn't the NXT. It was one of the other title match. It was another title matches they had. This is when they lost to the Revival. This is when they lost to the Revival because of the leg damage. So this, of course, is a feud that's been going on for well over a year, with a backstory that goes on almost 3 years. Wow, about 3 years. I liked that you had Gargano's ring attire. He had a black and white kind of Venom, like half Venom look to it, and he's still grappling with the demons. So putting in a black and white montage to an anti-hero who is, depending on the writer, who's a decent person taken over by a symbiote. So if you look at it not from Venom, but from black-suited Spider-Man, with Gargano being the Peter Parker character, being driven to a more darker side, which he doesn't want to be. He's not good at it. He makes mistakes because he's not fully embraced it. It's like the black suit. Brilliant symbolism. Maybe a little too much into it. Whoever decided the Ciampa should not have theme music. Give that man a raise. That is brilliant. And the crowd hates him so much. This match, brutal. When you pretty much begin with putting someone through a table, Last time I was like, ooh. Then they're like, oh, they landed on the phones. They landed on the phones. And it's not just phones. It's like the desk phone, like at an angle. It's like hard plastic. I'm like, they landed to phones. Oh. Callbacks using the concrete on the floor, ripping apart the stage. The crutch, the handcuffs. Oh, this is fantastic. I will say the fairy tale ending is a brilliant name for that double underhook, like suspended facebuster. I think it was Angel's Wings is one Chris Daniels used it. Oh man. That on the steps. Watching put people through tables through concrete. Watching Gargano accidentally kill a plant. And then Ciampa just burying him. Literally. Throwing like barricade. And the dude that he kicked in the face. And then other random garbage on top of him. He's throwing the office chairs and I'm like, oh, it's office chairs. Oh, that's probably hurting because that's like twisting while it's laying. I'm like, oh, that's wicked. Yeah, sometimes the most bizarre pieces of furniture seem the most impactful. Like if I threw an office chair at somebody, there's a lot of weird corners and angles to it. And really hard spots where the chair you kind of know, it's like, oh, I'm hitting here. With an office chair, there's a lot of other moving pieces. Man, really good. The finish. I'm looking at it going, I know Ciampa's gonna win. This is I know how he's gonna win. He's handcuffed to a piece of stage equipment. Right at the edge. Gargano's kicking him in the face. Ciampa's on his knees like, I'm done. Ref's counting. Gargano's fighting it. They decides, you know what? I'm taking my knee braces down. I'm going to run full speed. I'm going to give a student a knee to the face. Emblematic of the DIY days. Goes to do it. Nails Ciampa. But hits him so hard that Gargano then flies off of the edge of that piece of stage equipment into some large metal cases. And you see him hit, and it looked like his body should this way, and his leg should have broken off and went the other way. Took a case to the knee. And then just spills out the table. I'm thinking, stay on the table. Rolls the table. I'm like, Ciampa's going to win. Ciampa's on the stage equipment. Handcuffed. See him starting to roll. 8, 9. You see him just roll off the stage equipment. Still handcuffed. 10. Ciampa retains. Gargano's trying, but he can't because his leg's all messed up. Oh man, it means he's going to miss some time. And in missing some time, I think that he comes back, he will exercise the demon of Tommaso Ciampa, the demon that is inside him, and come back as a better babyface. Yeah, he went to the edge, and he fell off. He did not wield it properly. That's not who he is. It's a great story. Does it make the crowd there feel fantastic? No. She just had 2 really great, like, I did it moments. And then Johnny Gargano's I did it moment, which, like, we're grabbing onto the fruit, like, this is going to be so sweet. Why'd the ladder move? I'm trying to grab this, it's the babyface fruit of victory. I've been denied that sweet little victory. It just means the fruit will be that much sweeter. Which NXT has the advantage of. NXT has the advantage of having people already go, I invested in a long-term story. A lot of fans are like, oh, it's a dumb ending. No. It works from a storytelling's perspective. This is not a single book. It's not a couple of chapters. This is a really, really long series. Which means when it's all said and done, that end when Johnny Gargano is finally champion is going to be incredibly sweet.